Depending on which case you use for your phone, it can either make the phone awesome or break the phone. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out a few different cases for the Google Pixel Fold. Now, some things I'm looking for in a case is something that protects the camera bump here so that if I rest it down, it's not going to scratch the lenses or anything like that. I want something that is durable, so in case I do drop it, it's going to protect it. And then I want something that's slim that doesn't make it too bulky. I also want something that has a nice grip so that it's easy to hold on to. Now, using this without a case is going to be able to provide that with the nice borders here, but I'm also going to probably drop it. So I want to make sure that I have it protected in case that ever happens. Let's start off here with the Google Pixel Fold case. So this comes in 3 different colors. So here, each of these cases is going to have a back piece and a front piece. And then you also have an adhesive strip to get the case to stick here on the front, just because there's not much room for it to grip onto anything. So right now I'm not going to take off the adhesive in case I decide to use that later. So here we're just going to snap it on the front. So this wouldn't be moving so much if I did remove that adhesive, but there's the front part. And then for the back section, we're just going to clip it right on the back. And one thing I really like about this case so far is it does have a nice grip to it. So if you do rest it down, it's not sliding around. And if you hold it, is going to stay in your hand, but it will like grip to your pocket. So something to think about there. And then here you'll see this little lip. So that does kind of help it make it easier to open and close on the Pixel Fold, which is nice, but it does add a little bit of bulk to the edges there on the one side, and the other side is fine. So I use this for a few days. I do like how this works. It's very nice. And then when you open it up there, it does have some grip still on the top and the bottom, and it leaves holes for all the speakers and everything else. So pretty nice case. I like the overall look and feel of this. I like how it does kind of bubble up around the camera bump there, but it doesn't give too much extra protection. Maybe a slight little bubble there, but not too much in protecting the camera lens. If you did drop it on a rock or something, nothing's really going to protect it, so it probably does the job. Now, I do like on the front, it does add a little bevel so that when you do rest it down, if you were to put it down like here, your screen is nowhere near the bottom, so it's not going to be touching the screen. It's going to rest on the case, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and check the back gesture. Sometimes if cases get too close to the side, it is hard to operate, but it looks like this leaves plenty of room where I'm able to do that without any problems. And here it does leave a nice little gap there for the power button and the volume rocker. And so when you open it up, it does have this little gap there on the side, but I think that works pretty well. I don't know if you need that protected or anything, but this is definitely going to help with bumps and things on the corners there. So that is the Pixel Fold case from Google. Next up, we have the Mag Easy Case 3 for Pixel Fold from Pitaka. Now, I've used Pitaka cases before. I really love how they work, and I also really love this sweet unboxing experience. It folds. Imagine that. Pretty cool, huh? So here you have the back of the case. Now, one thing that's really interesting about these is they are compatible with MagSafe chargers and accessories. So there you can see the MagSafe circle there. So I haven't ever reviewed one of those, but MagSafe is what Apple introduced on their phones so that you can easily align the wireless charger. So if you do have one of those, this would magnetize to that and easily align. This also is a slim, stylish case with MagSafe, crafted from aramid fiber. So this will work with their Mag Easy wireless charger for the car. So here, let's snap that on the back, just like that. And then let's open the front. And this does have an adhesive strip right there that you can use to attach right on to the phone, but there's nothing on the rest of it. So this will just snap on as well. So there it leaves plenty of room at the top for the camera bump. And then here on the side, it is able to cover all the way around the outside border. And I really like how this looks. Kind of a fun design. There's a few different you can get, but I like that it adds that extra little protection on the camera. There you can see it adds that bevel that's pretty large. So in case it does drop, it's not going to land directly on the camera itself. And then I like how slim this is. You can see that it's just barely protecting the side there, but it's not too bulky of a case. So it's really going to allow you to have that nice feel of the slim Pixel Fold, but then you don't have a bulky case protecting it, but it's definitely going to help it if you do drop the phone. Now, one thing I have noticed about this case is when using the back gesture, it sometimes is a little bit harder to get that because it lifts off the screen a tiny bit. So you just kind of have to push down and use that back gesture. But here it looks like it's working no problem. So if you do have a Mag Easy wireless charger, you'd be able to just set it right on there and it magnetizes to it and is able to wirelessly charge when it's plugged in, and then you can pop it off. So that is the Pitaka Mag Easy Case 3 for Pixel. Now, Pitaka did send this case to me. They've sent me a few in the past and I've really liked how they work. I'll leave a link to them down in the description below. Now, VRS Design did send over a few cases, so let's go ahead and check those out. First up, this is the Terra Guard Modern Matte Black. So there you can see this is a much more rugged design. It's got their logo down there on the bottom. And then again on the front, you have an adhesive strip here, but a nice thick border that's definitely going to protect the device. So let's start by snapping that on. That fits on pretty great. I like that color. And then the back, we're going to snap that on. And then here on the side, it does have a hinge protector, so to help prevent anything from damaging that as well. So there you go. That's a pretty solid case right there. Let's go ahead and do a back button check. So that is able to work without problems, and swiping up from the bottom of the screen works fine as well. So that is a nice rugged case. Over here, it does protect the volume button, but you can easily get to that. I do like how it does add that on the side of the volume button, so I know, hey, this is where the power button is, because it's taken a little bit to get used to the fingerprint and power being a little higher. So that is kind of nice that it adds the protection there. Here, let's test out the back here. So when we close it, it then just closes that hinge, and we open it, it is able to kind of move that and protect that little corner right there. Then looking at the camera bump, it protects all the way around and fully adds tons of protection here on the phone. So I definitely feel like this is going to really protect my phone if I do drop it or anything like that. And you have that huge little bevel at the front that is going to pack to the screen as well if you do drop it face down. The only time I've actually broken a phone is when I was in the grocery store. I dropped it and it landed on a tiny rock. So this would prevent that from hitting anything like that. So you are going to have some great protection with this VRS Design case. Next up, we have the Simple Fit Clear from VRS Design. So this is the same case that I just saw in matte black, but in clear. Man, that is super snug. I like it. Now this doesn't have an adhesive strip there on the front, but that is a nice protective case. Again, this does have a hinge cover, so when you open it, that will then just kind of move out of the way, but the hinge is protected now. Has plenty of camera cover there. It protects the entire phone. On the side, I still have access to the volume button and the power button, and then it has a lot of protection there on the front. Now, I'm really liking these cases. It is adding a lot of grip to the device and protection, just a tiny bit more bulk than I'm normally used to, but I can definitely see myself using one of these to protect the device. I kind of like that clear because it actually shows the color of phone that I bought, which is always nice to be able to do. And so I really like that Simple Fit case from VRS Design. So here we have another Simple Fit in matte black, which I feel like this is the matte. The other one was more glossy. Case just snaps on like that. That is a nice design and color. I kind of like how smooth that looks. It doesn't look like it's gonna track too many fingerprints, which is really great. Got all the protection on the front. Let's see, is it able to go back? No problem. Yeah, don't see any issues there. Here we have access to our volume button and power button on the side. Being able to open the fold is easy. It adds a little bit of a grip there. So I kind of like how it adds that flat edge, something that the Galaxy Z Fold 4 had, but the Pixel has the curved edges. So having this flat edge has actually been really nice. There it has the protection on the hinge. And then here we have the protection over the camera bump. So overall, a really great design. To get the case off, if you push your finger on the camera and pop it out, that works best. So that is the VRS Design Simple Fit case in matte black. And here we have the Modern Go in black, but this also has a space for a credit card, which is awesome to have. So here we have the front with the adhesive strip that we can put on there. That's going to make sure it stays on in the right position instead of sliding back and forth. Then here we have the back that we can easily pop on. That is a nice case. Does add a little bit of bulk to the Pixel Fold, but I definitely feel like it is well protected. Here you can see this is the biggest case of them all, being able to add plenty of protection there to the camera cutout. Here on the front, you also have a bigger bevel there. And then when we go and try the back button, that is able to work without any issues, swiping up from home as well. Here it adds a protector to the volume button, leaving full access to the power button with the fingerprint scanner, which is super easy to use, no problems there. And then here we have the hinge. So when you open the phone, it's going to protect the hinge just like that. There's no problem with it getting in the way or any weird noises. I really like that. And then here we have the credit card holder. So let's go ahead and try a few. So there's three cards. No, that fits so easy. All right, got to do more. 4 cards. All right, it does not fit 5 cards, but 4 cards actually fits pretty good. I'd probably only go with about 3 cards in there. Then it clips properly. So that's really nice to have. If I don't want to carry my wallet, I could use this case and it's all in here. Now let's test to see if I could use this as a kickstand. That is something I really like to have on my phone. None of these cases have that today, but I might still be looking for one of those. So let's say I want to open up my phone and I want to rest it down like this. If we pop that open, it's a little too forward, but it does the job. It could be used as a kickstand if you wanted to. If we go this way, that puts a little pressure on it, but it holds up that way as well. And one more, a little too uneven that way. And then this way, it's going to close the case. One other test I haven't done is when it's unfolded, is it rocky? This one does add quite a bit of bulk on one side, so it rocks back and forth that way. But overall, I'm very impressed with this VRS Modern Go case. It comes in black and probably a few other colors, and I really love having that credit card driver's license holder right there on the back. That is definitely going to be something I can use if I ever want to go out and don't have to take my wallet. I can have it all right in here. So keeping this high-priced Pixel Fold protected is definitely a high priority, and I feel like all of these cases are going to do the job. If you like a really nice grip case with a soft touch, Pixel case is going to work great. If you want a super slim case with the Mag Easy charging, you do have the Pitaka case here. And then if you're looking for a bit more rugged design and then different colors, as well as even a credit card holder option, the VRS design cases are totally going to be able to do that. If you have any further questions about these cases, let me know down in the comments below, and I might try out a few more, so let me know if you have any recommendations, or if you find one that's great with a kickstand, maybe I'll try that out as well. I'll also leave a link to them in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.